See, here's the thing: if you're gonna own Michael Pittman Jr., own Robbie Anderson first.
BRB Blazer.
Yeah,
I don't know why everybody's hating on my boy right here, dude. The Raiders' defense is not good.
Yeah, Mike, I've had a lot of conversations with you off air about Robbie Anderson. You know, hey, man, you got to go with your gut, you know, and there's something that obviously keeps telling you, hey, Robbie Anderson. I mean, the guy's he's a talented wide receiver. I mean, he's played in this offense before, so we're getting the situation. I'm going to cut you off, but just to say, like, we're getting the situation where there's no offseason, there's no, you know, he's going to a new team. For some of these receivers going to new teams, they got to learn the offense and stuff like that. He's kind of in a weird situation where he played college football in Temple for this coach, so he already knows the system, so he can step in day one, and he should be the wide receiver number 2 on this offense.
Well, here and the thing is that I totally lost. No, like, I mean, I think Sam Darnold is better than Teddy Bridgewater, kind of, but I think as an organization, I know. Well, deep ball, I think Sam Darnold. No, but that's what I'm saying is that I feel like everybody still looks at Teddy Bridgewater as like a backup quarterback, and they're not kind of respecting him as a starting QB. And I think that they need to, because I think he's not that bad. We talked about his deep ball percentage is actually not that bad, right?
Yeah,
Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, you discussed that. He actually had some numbers where it's like it was small sample size, but it was. Like his numbers were good. They
went out and paid him starting quarterback caliber money. You know, they got rid of Cam Newton. They could have went out and drafted somebody, but they were like, hey, Teddy Bridgewater, that's our guy. You know, that was their free agent target, and they went out and got him. They paid him a hefty price.
So I think you could throw him. I think you can throw Robbie Anderson in your flex. It's going to be, like I said, it's a high risk, high reward position because I fucked up and played Brandon Cooks last night, so I need the upside, baby. And if you're in the same spot as me, myself, and I, then fucking light it up, dude.
Do you think a scenario where like we are sleeping on it, Robbie Anderson, and he should be owned in every league? I mean, if we're projecting this Panthers defense to not be very good,
yeah. If you're gonna be owning all these rookie wide receivers, you might as well fucking throw Robbie Anderson on your team.
Yeah, dude, he's got that neck too. So
he's got that long draft neck.
He can see that's where it comes into play. So he
looks like the doll. He looks like the doll from Rugrats.
What is up with his neck? His neck is extremely large.
No, I mean, you both bring up good points. I mean, I see Carolina as a team that throws the ball, roughly 600 times, maybe even close to, above 600. It just comes down to, like I said, week 1. I don't have clarity, so I can't trust it.
You don't want to roll the dice. Mike is talking about he's going to roll the dice because he's shooting for the upside.
Yeah,
so, he's gambling.
But see, here's the thing: if you're gonna own Michael Pittman Jr., own Robbie Anderson first.
No, I agree with you on that point too as well. So I was going to say the other part of it is I agree with what you're saying. I think he should be owned. Like saying you're taking these rookies who are potentially wide receiver 3 or 4s on the roster with some upside, when Robbie Anderson could easily be the 2 week 1 going forward, and could see 100 targets on the year, maybe 100 plus.
I don't want to beat a
dead
horse.
Hey, dude, you run a fantasy podcast. You know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, dude.
Robbie Anderson, go get him. Just throw him on your bench at least.
I'm a producer. All right.
So I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but it's like when situations aren't clarity, week 1, I just don't want to touch it.
All right, that horse is good and dead. We beat the shit out of it. Man, that clip was informative, huh? Well, there's plenty more right here if you click that. Also, go ahead and subscribe right there.